Hi guys. For today's pick a crystal, we're going to be discussing what is Saturn's message to you at this time, along with deity Isis. So you can feel free to fast forward by clicking the link below to pile 1. If you resonate with these crystals, feel free to fast forward by clicking the link below to pile 2 if you resonate with those crystals. Hold on one second. Sorry. Kyla. No, that's not yours. It's not yours. So there was this one time where I saw this reading where this psychic that I love, she was doing something really cool where it was very different, but like I thought it was like a little bit much for me at that time. I was like, how is she channeling these messages from these deities, whatever? And but then last night I had this crazy dream, and I say crazy because it just came out of nowhere, and I knew intuitively that that's what happened with me, and I was definitely meant to upload it onto YouTube as a message for the collective. So I had this dream, and it was in regards to Saturn, something to do with Jupiter, and something to do with deity Isis. And it literally came out of nowhere, and I was like, what the hell? Like, I can't believe something like that happened. I mean, I could, just because I've had these crazy intense dreams before, but I had been already thinking to myself, like, I really want to do something different with these readings, and I want to do things that are kind of deep and just get people thinking, you know, for themselves. And I was thinking, well, I don't have my clairaudient in. How can I channel these things without hearing? And I'm like, that makes no fucking sense. You channel all the time. You're just kind of like, you're just deaf, you know? Like, it's like I see things. It's just another way of putting it is I'm deaf, you know? So it's like, I was thinking about it, and I thought about how I was able to channel the new moon in Capricorn. And I'm like, I really do. Sometimes I get so mad at myself. I'm like, what the fuck is up with you sometimes? Like, of course you can channel this shit. So I had this dream, and I really felt intuitively it was a message for all of us, you know, anyone who resonates with this stuff. So I want to go back to my dream, not so much in detail, just like the topic category part. So Saturn was in it, which is all about karmic lessons. Jupiter was in it, which is, you know, about luck. Isis was in it, which is, you know, she's the deity of wisdom, truth, power, love, life, resurrection. And then sure enough, something about my psychic was in there. And I felt intuitively that was about me trusting my intuition. It was like a message. And then also, you know, with deity Isis, there was a little more in depth with that. She was showing me like hieroglyphics, and I remember in the dream thinking like, I don't know what it is you're showing me. And it's funny because for years when I learned about hieroglyphics, I remembered it for the longest time because I learned about it in the 6th grade. And they say as a child that you're so much closer to remembering these things about your past lives. And it's funny because it really is true. I think, you know, that's a bit of a stretch, possibly. I mean, I think everybody's different. I don't really resonate with the whole textbook stuff, to be honest with you, but like I think it is a bit of a stretch to say, yeah, I still remembered at 12 years old. But I always felt something as a child, something to do with Egypt, and I still agree with that. So I don't remember the hieroglyphics, how to, you know, the letters and all of that, but I remembered it for years, actually. It's funny because I have a terrible memory. But there were these things that I remembered as a child where it didn't make any sense, but looking back now, I'm like, oh yeah, no, that shit definitely makes sense. So, with deity Isis, she came up after I felt this feeling of true love. Now, this has happened since I was a child, where I have felt this amazing, amazing feeling of, I literally get sad just thinking of it because reality sets in where it's like, you know, and that's the false story I'm telling myself, is that this does not exist. And it does exist because it's supposed to exist within ourselves. It does exist. It's just getting in touch with that is the hard part, and accepting it, that it really is there. And it's like, you're just not seeing it. You're not being open to it. And so I've always had this random dream since I was, since I was 4 or 5 years old. It's happened either once a year or once every few years. And it's always this one person where it's this love I have never felt in real life. But it's this embodiment of true love. And I always feel so good hugging this person in this dream, and I'm always like, this is love, and it just, oh my God, it just makes me feel so good. And I feel I feel funny speaking about it, because it's like, not everybody resonates with that. It's like, yeah, we all look for love, but it's like, some people are just like, yeah, I want love, but you know, it's there, but it's like, it's really part of like my ultimate thing. It just is. It really, truly is. So it just resonates with me sometimes on a deeper level. And there's definitely people out there who feel that and embody that as well. I'm not trying to take that away from anybody. But so I felt that. And then all of a sudden I saw Deity Isis, and, I almost felt ashamed for feeling this way. Almost like when I saw her, I was like, oh my God, like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry for even like as if love was weak, you know, like I felt like I'm here on this mission to fulfill what it is I need to do with my life purpose. And it's like, I know I'm supposed to be focusing on me, and I'm sorry, like, I had a weak moment. And it's like, oh my God, that's so fucking ridiculous. And it's like, she embodies love, but she also embodies, you know, stepping into your power, your self-worth, and being wise. She also embodies the moon. So it's like, that's why automatically when I saw her, I was like, oh shit, you know, like, my bad, you know, like, I didn't mean to be weak. And it's like, that's not what she was there for. It's like, and then she's showing me the hieroglyphics, and she knows, obviously, intuitively, I don't know that at this 3D level. I don't know what she's trying to say. But it's like, read behind the messages, read behind the symbols I'm not understanding. It's like, I don't understand thyself. Like, love is not weak. And it's so funny because I hate being a hypocrite. It's like, do as I say, not as I do. And I truly do feel like love is the highest frequency of all. It is so important. It's good. It's not weak. It's not weak at all. So I felt like she was trying to say that true love is good. It's good. It's not weak. It's strong. As long as you know thyself and you are in your own power. Don't be embarrassed of that. Don't be ashamed of that. I really do feel that way. But I also feel like there was kind of like a storyline playing out within the dream. You know, it was very clear that Saturn came in first, Jupiter was coming in second, a little bit of a storyline, and then the love feeling, and then Deity Isis. So when I say I felt guilty, you can kind of see, if you understand those energies of Saturn, the strict dad, karmic lessons, Jupiter, which is about luck, right? And then love is coming in. So it's like, I'm feeling ashamed because, you know, it's like, I know I have to do something. I have to do something first in order to do that. So I wanted to share that because that was what I picked up on right away. So I was like, okay, well, I'm going to meditate on it, and I want to do it as a collective. You know, what is Saturn's message? Because I feel like Saturn has a message, Jupiter has a message, and Deity Isis has a message for everyone out there. So I tapped into it the following morning, and this is what I got. So Saturn is separating you from your shadow self in order to grow. He's making you face your shadow head on. This way you can figure out on your own what actually makes you happy and what doesn't. I then started picking up on Pisces energy, that by doing the work, facing your shadow, figuring out the not so positive things that don't help you or suit you, and by figuring out the things that do make you feel good, the things that do suit you, it'll bring balance into your life. And by doing this, you'll be fulfilling God's plan for you. And, you know, you can hold that energy how you see fit, whatever it is you believe in or, you know, don't believe in. But technically, that makes sense, because in Esoteric, that's what the Pisces energy is all about, the two fish. It's supposed to be symbolic of, you know, God and Jesus, you know, being one, right? The higher self. So anyway, so the two fish swimming in two different directions represents the constant division of Pisces' attention between fantasy and reality. And that's exactly what happens when you establish who your shadow self really is and what your light really is. So your shadow is the lie that you keep telling yourself that doesn't really exist. That's the fantasy, right? Because it's kind of like the bullshit we've been through already, and it kind of like brings out our shadowy traits. It's why we don't trust as easily in this life. It's or it's the lies we tell ourselves, or like, that goal is too big for me to do. You know, it's because low key maybe people told us we can't achieve that, you know. And it's like, well, that's a lie that we're just repeating. We're kind of repeating a timeline from more than likely childhood, right? So it's like, that's the shadow. It's like, that's fantasy. That world doesn't exist anymore. It's just something you're telling yourself. And the reality of your true story is your light. But the spiritual outlook of it is, one fish evolves in the spiritual dimension and the other in the human physical world. So Pisces is the symbol of both God and humanity. We are spiritual beings living in a human experience. And despite the uncertainty and lack of physical evidence that comes with surrendering to the universe, we really have no choice but to let go and let God. It's a time to tap into your intuition. So from there, I saw a boardroom and a projection screen. And along the conference table, I saw someone facing themselves head on. And the table turns half white, half black. And from there, I saw a goat on a bed in a new scene. So it's a time to face your truth. What makes you move and act on what you want for your future? I was picking up on true manifestation. In Law of Attraction, Neptune, the planet of Pisces, represents imagination and visualization. And Saturn represents crystallization and physical manifestation. It requires responsibility, hard work, determination. It has the energy to compel ourselves forward and manifest our desires. So getting back to the goat, which is Capricorn energy, which is, you know, what we're in currently in January. It's earth energy, it's grounding energy. It's slow and steady, but it eventually gets over the mountain, which it's what it's known for with Capricorns. The goat, that's on top of the mountain. So there's a reason that Tom Brady is, you know, known as the GOAT, greatest of all time, right? So, but the spiritual meaning of GOAT is independent and faith, being worthy, but making a sacrifice. So now remember, the GOAT was on the bed. When I think of the bed, I think of being comfortable, not wanting to move. I think back to everything we've seen so far. us facing ourselves in order to grow, right? That's Saturn's message so far. The not so pretty side. In fact, there's a projection screen at the conference room, right? It's like you facing you at the table, and then there's the projection screen to show you. So far we've seen the Pisces symbol and the Capricorn symbol, which creates a constellation, which I totally forgot about, called Capricornus. It's a blend of the fish and the goat, otherwise known as the sea goat. So now keep in mind, constellations are used to guide, well, they used to be. They used to be used to guide people way back when. So I feel like that's what's kind of happening. Saturn's trying to guide us in this message. And let's also keep in mind, I saw Jupiter, right? And Jupiter's about luck. Like it is about luck, but it's a little bit deeper than that. So I looked up the constellation Capricornus. So Capricornus, otherwise known as Capricorn, is one of the most ancient constellations. Astronomers from Babylon and Assyria saw Capricorn as a formidable sea goat. Capricorn rules the 10th house, the house of social status. At first glance, class and rank may not seem to be of utmost importance to methodical, rational Capricorn, but they spend a fair amount of time considering the practical side to their place in society. To Capricorn, working toward an impressive title is not about achieving celebrity levels of success, but a marker of progress in Capricorn's sure-footed journey up the mountain of life. Capricorns are interpreted in keeping things straightforward and simple. They tend to give primary importance to realistic goals. Planners, they are great at being able to avoid drama and have little to say concerning gossip. While on the surface they may appear unemotional, these people prefer to sort it out internally rather than making a scene. They have a great ability to organize priorities for themselves and others. It's time to set priorities straight. One may want to consider what's actually at the core of their security and happiness. This may mean shedding some of the superfluous tasks or meaningless busy work in favor of a more straightforward plan to pursuing one's goals. Now remember, the goat was on the bed. So you may be currently relying on a bit too much logic when discussing emotional content, rather than being perceived as mechanical or unfeeling. A person may choose to soften their analytical approach when giving advice or trying to sort out matters of the heart. So I shouldn't have used the bed reference, but remember you were, or we, not necessarily you, but it's like I was seeing one person, but it's supposed to be seen as the example of the collective. So a person is relying on a bit too much logic when discussing emotional content. So remember, we were in the conference room. The table is half white, half black, and there is a projection screen in the background. Rather than being perceived as mechanical or unfeeling, a person may choose to soften their analytical approach when giving advice or trying to sort out matters of the heart. So it's like there needs to be this like balancing energy going on of the mind and the heart. So Jupiter this year is in Pisces, which urges us to expand our awareness of our spirituality and compassion. It encourages us to give ourselves and embrace compassion and imagination. We're spiritually open, but we also need extra space and time to ourselves to recoup our energy. We have a stronger belief in a higher purpose and are able to attract luck and rich life experiences through our intuition, imagination, and compassion. With Jupiter in Pisces, 22 can make dreams come true. And I love that because when you see where Saturn will be, it's in Aquarius sign from April 22 to March 25. There will be, you know, transits like in Capricorn from July 22 to January 23. But what this means is it's a beautiful time for most people in finance and economy, even at a global level. But, you know, with Saturn, there's work and effort. So it's like the message is, this is the time to act. It's like your strict dad is saying, now is the time to balance out your heart and mind. And this is why Jupiter's coming through. So with Jupiter, its primary focus is for the energies of love and wisdom, and to act as a vehicle through which the ray of consciousness may externalize the divine plan in our solar system, because we are our own universe in Esoteric. So therefore it works to create the ultimate synthesis in order to externalize universal harmony and abundance. As the esoteric ruler of Aquarius, many of Jupiter's limitless blessings are being externalized through harmony. This will work out in the material world of forms through human networking and group relations. So again, it's like this message is coming through. Saturn will be in Aquarius, house placement, and then Jupiter is, you know, the ruler of Aquarius. And it's like, well, at least in Esoteric, because I don't think that's 100% accurate, or maybe it changed at one point, something like that, don't quote me. But there's a message here that there is good fortune, very good fortune, and to trust your intuition, but to act. Do not stay in a place of comfort. That's what Saturn's energy is all about. To get uncomfortable, because it's going to take you to the places you actually want to go. In order to get to these places that you see in your mind, that you envision, that you're manifesting through your visions, you have to go and get uncomfortable, unfortunately. But at least the end result is exactly where you want to be. So, and that's what Saturn is all about, physical manifestation, actually bringing those things to life. And that's why manifestation is so hard for a lot of us as adults, because it's easy as children, right? Or at least I guess some of us. It really, again, that soul contract really comes into play, and that's why the natal chart, our blueprint, is so important to look at. So getting back to deity Isis, she's the goddess of the moon, goddess of life and magic, manifestation, goddess of motherhood, healing, death, and birth. So the message I was getting for her when I tapped into it was being comfortable with oneself, knowing who you are, confident, not afraid to ask for what you want, knowing your worth, and attracting true love because of this energy that you radiate. Getting what you want, and knowing what you deserve, opening up and trusting is the key to this. You have to open up and trust. There was definitely a message about being comfortable sexually as well, which doesn't surprise me because, you know, it's deity Isis. But there's also a giving and receiving energy that goes on with this. You know, you cannot give too much. You cannot take too much. So with all that being said, that was the meditation I got as a collective. And I really, truly, truly believe in my heart of hearts, that is Saturn's message to us, Jupiter's message, and deity Isis. Truly. So with that being said, I'm going to move ahead with pile one. And see what the message, not the message, but, you know, what Saturn, Jupiter, and deity Isis wants you to know a little more, I guess, a more personal message to you, pile one. Okay. Oh, and that's what I love too about it. In the dream, they literally showed me which 2 decks to use. They literally showed me Thoth and Deity Isis. I was like, what? This is so fucking cool. If you guys could just do this every fucking day with me, I would truly appreciate it. I feel like this one wants to come out. Wow, I love that. Let me see if you guys can see that. Wait. Okay, good. I want to make sure I'm recording. I hate when this is in the fucking video. It bothers the shit out of me. I love these colors. Okay. High pile 1. All right, so these are the cards that wanted to come out. We got Truth, Truth's Unveiled, the Revelation of Isis. We have 4 of Cups in reverse, Luxury. The Brother in Darkness, overcoming negative energy with feminine power. 10 of Swords in reverse. Magic and Ritual, crafting secret practice. And the High Priestess. Okay, so I'm going to channel first to see what their message is to you at this time. A little more personal, and then I'll read the cards to you. So I just want to see. So this is Saturn, Jupiter, Deity Isis. Okay, so the Brother in Darkness. Okay, so I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to channel. What is your message to pile 1? I see you not, I don't want to say use the word scared, but it's like maybe intimidating. You don't really like, you're curious about opening this door, but it's to the unknown. So it's like you open, you close, you open, you close, you open, you close, and somebody's in this room. But you are too. How the hell did you? What? So you're I don't know how you did it, but you're in this room, but you have a mask on and you're behind this person in the dark. So right off the bat, just like straightforward, common sense, something's kind of not honest. There's no trust, but there's a curiosity. There's like an observation. But something's not clear. Like it's just too much in the dark. That's what I'm picking up on. But there's something. The reason is because of something to do with communication, some type of talk, something. It's got you, it's doing something energetically to you. It's like igniting something within. These things maybe you're hearing. So it's like you have to figure it out. But I feel like the message is, it's like you figure, yeah, it's like I'm seeing a candle lit within. So it's like something's got your passion ignited. And this is what keeps you curious, is because a flame has been lit within. So it's like, to understand it, it's like you have to go within. But I'm seeing kind of like a time, not a time vault. What is it called? A vault. It's like you'd have to open up the vault to understand why this passion's been ignited. And that will help you understand why you're so curious. It's like the answer's there and you don't realize the answer's there. It's like you see it because it's literally right in front of you. But you have like a sword over your eye. So it's like there's this protective energy, untrusting energy, but it's because you don't understand what's going on inside of you. This is what's drawing you to this dark room. You know, whatever this dark room is symbolic of, it's like I see inside of you a candle has been lit. But I don't know if you know that. Yeah, it's like you keep backing up. You keep backing up. You're like, you keep hiding. But I feel it. It's because you don't trust. Okay, I'm gonna open my eyes because I want to try to keep this organized. So we have 4 of Cups in reverse. Yep, okay, cool. 4 of Cups, luxury. Okay, but that's if it's straightforward. All right, I'm just going to read it. Luxury, chest in the suit of water, moon in Cancer. The 4 cups stand upon the sea, no longer stable but ruffled. The lotus has a multiple stem. The energy of the element, although ordered, has lost the original purity of the conception. Yeah, it's like there's confusion. Has lost the original purity of the conception, the original idea of thought. So let me see. There's another meaning behind this in the back of the card. Moon in Cancer, chest. The roughened surface of the sea on which the cups and the lotus are balanced explains that an element of excess has entered into love. So Moon in Cancer, chest. The roughened surface of the sea on which the cups and the lotuses are balanced. Okay, so not balanced. Explains that an element of excess has entered into love. Since an element of excess has entered into love. Moon in Cancer, chest. Sorry, the roughened surface of the sea on which the cups and the lotuses explains that an element excess has entered into love. All right, let's read this. Maybe it'll help. I mean, I feel like it's a clear message, but then it's like when I read the thing, sometimes I think I'm going to stop doing that because it's never going to be word for word, you know. Unless it resonates with you, then, you know, go for it. Come on. Okay. Truths unveiled. The revelation of Isis. Oh, wait, hold on. Do we want to read all that? Hold on. Oh, okay. This is good. You are being guided with this oracle to trust your judgment about someone's motivations or intentions. If you feel something is not quite right, then give your discernment a chance to more fully form so that you can see the truth. The more emotionally detached you allow yourself to be, the clearer your assessment of a person's situation or offer is likely to be. If you have been thinking that you already see the truth in a situation, this oracle is confirmation of the accuracy of that perception, and that further confirmation that you are seeing something accurately will soon be given. If requested, ask for revelation and be patient. Clear perception is imminent and will help you make wise choices. There are times when appearances of people, places, and things are truly deceptive. You will sense this when something feels uncomfortable within you. When you notice feelings of anxiety or doubt within you, you may think there is something wrong with you, but actually you are intuitively sensing that all is not as it appears to be. It is wise to trust your inner feeling rather than being convinced by outward appearance. There is a situation in your life, especially involving relationships, where something is not as it is being made out to be. To avoid undue suffering later on, Isis guides you to truth and revelation now. Okay. Luxury. Four of luxury. Truths unveiled. Four of cups. Truths unveiled. So something you believe, so something you're intuitively feeling about someone, which is you're in the dark about something. You don't trust them. Oh, here's the flame. The flame was lit within you. Your eye had a sword over it. This person's mouth you were intrigued by going in. But Four of Cups, it's in reverse. Truths revealed. Four of Cups. Chest in the suit of water, moon in Cancer. The Four Cups stand upon the sea, no longer stable but ruffled. The Four Cups stand upon the sea, no longer stable. The lotus has multiple stems. The energy of the element, although ordered, has lost the original purity of the conception. The energy of the element, although ordered, has lost the original purity of the conception. So you're going to have to hold this energy how you see fit. Maybe you do understand that somebody has lit. I need to stop saying that. You feel passionately about someone, and maybe this is why you're staying in the dark, because Cancer and Moon, Cancer is a water sign, and, no offense to my water signs, but oof, that's a lot, and for it to be showing up in a moon, that just intensifies it, I mean, so this may be saying that you either are beginning to understand your own feelings, or you will begin to understand your own feelings. You're going to have to hold that energy how you see fit. because this is matching up to this card. I thought at first it wasn't, but this Lotus is stable when it's in reverse. It's almost as if you're in the dark, you don't want to open the door because of the passion you feel. Okay. All right, the Brother in darkness, overcoming negative energy with feminine power. Okay, let's, and what is this? Ten of Swords in reverse. All right, let's see what this is. I'm seeing a sword down. I'm seeing the sword back up. I'm seeing the sword, like contemplating the sword now. Okay, it's a little confusing. Are we writing on the sword? What are we doing? Okay, confusion. We have confusion about loyalty. Okay. All right. I'm seeing a light under a door, and something about this is growing. Like somebody started walking, and there's a lot of light behind them, but there's definitely somebody's like hand behind them, like somebody's big hand, like I'm getting that King Kong vibe again. Like I've gotten this before where it's like, I'm grabbing you, you know, like, yeah, I'm seeing this. I'm definitely seeing this. It's turning into a person though, so I like that. So it's kind of like I'm picking up on loosening up, you know, like easing up type of thing, like chilling out. Why did I say it like that? Chilling out. Due to a cleanup, I'm seeing, and I'm seeing a makeup applicator. So it's like maybe due to a cleanup, there's also making up with someone. I am seeing a lot of light. I'm seeing a ring. So it's like, being okay, so I'm picking up on cleaning up a lot of things. Maybe the things you say or how you say them, something about communication, possibly even several other energies, cleaning up connections. But there's definitely a message of like power through your words. Like you hold power through your words. I never saw that before. That was cool. That's interesting. I don't know if you do this, but you may say things at time that aren't the best, and it comes from childhood wounds. I feel like I'm seeing your inner child like screaming from your mouth, and like this is being cleaned up. I don't know. You're gonna have to hold that energy where you see fit, but that is what I'm seeing. I'm gonna open my eyes. Okay, so let's see. Ten of Swords in reverse. I'm gonna put it straight forward. Oh, I feel like this was a message, because remember I said it's like the sword is down, which makes sense because it came in reverse. And then I see it sideways. Oh, wait, no. Then I see you putting it up, and then I see you putting it back sideways. So this may be in the works, this meaning. Let's see. Ten of Swords. Let's see. Spirituality may herald the end of delusion. Wow. So there's like a clear message here. It's like you either are in the process of this, or you're going to be in the process of this, seeing something clearly. Ten of Swords. Why does it say Ten of Words? Was that like a misprint? Literally, it goes from goes from nine of Swords to 10 of Words to Knight of Swords. What the fuck? No, this is it though. Ruin, Malkuth, in the suit of air, Sun in Gemini. The swords are arranged on the tree of life, but the points 1 to 5 and 7 to 9 shatter the central sword, which represents the sun, the heart. The background is a flame with explosive destruction. This card shows reason run mad and a riot of soulless mechanism. So it's in reverse, which means the opposite of this. Oh, yeah, wait, remember I said I saw somebody walking and there was a light, and you grab them, and it's like you're not this like King Kong anymore. You're like, you're turning, like you're chilling out. So, the background is a flame. So non-explosive, non-destructive. You're not a soulless mechanism anymore, pile one. Okay, so let's see. The brother in darkness. Brother. It's good, brother. The brother in darkness. Overcoming negative energy with feminine power. Whenever negative energy is present, it is a sign that we are ready to move more deeply into our feminine divine power. The brother in darkness indicates that there is a negative energy either within you or outside of you, but directed towards you, that is providing you with a spiritual test. Beloved initiate, you shall overcome this energy with grace and triumph. Stay in your heart. There is no need to be afraid. This oracle also comes as spiritual revelation. Part of your spiritual path is to honor the darkness as a way through to greater consciousness, to not fight against darker and potentially destructive emotions with force, but to allow them to be with compassion. Instantly removes the resistance that creates psychic glue and causes darker energies to get stuck within us. Oh my gosh, I was gonna say, but I was like, that doesn't make sense. So anytime I see electricity, it's always symbolic of psychic, but I saw it happening in your mouth. So that's why I was like, I forgot what I had said. I don't know, something powerful with your words, I think. Trust your feminine values, whether man or woman, and don't believe for one moment that you were obliged to wear another's negativity for them. You are not. You may stand true in your purity of heart and be safe. If you do have negative energy rising within you, the same stands true. Have compassion and witness witness it, and believe that you have to identify with it. It is not you. It is, oh, I read it wrong. I'm sorry. Have compassion and witness it, but don't believe that you have to identify with it. It is not you. It is just energy and feeling. Let it flow and it shall go. The ritual healing below will assist with releasing negative energies through feminine power. May you enjoy your growing mastery with such energies from a place of compassion, humility, and service to the light in all beings. Wait, so this says, I started reading this oracle also. So that means there was another message I mixed. Your guidance is to rise above fear, anger, jealousy, or hatred within you or directed towards you now. This will require your feminine strength to be fiercely compassionate and not to judge or resist out of fear. Compassion is great strength. It sees the truth in all situations and does not pander to lies or deceptions in order to paint everything as nice. Compassion is wisdom. It knows that a wolf can cause harm even if it is dressed as a sheep. You are guided to be attentive and honest about negative influences within or directed towards you without judging them or their source or paying undue attention with fear. You simply need recognition and then to respond with compassion and clear, loving, firm boundary. This boundary will very often be an internal shift energetically for you. It may not require any further action than this. Listen to your heart and trust in your guidance. You are guided, however, to respond now and check the growth of any negativity before it becomes more consuming than it needs to be. So I feel like this is in the works. I have to be honest with you. I feel like, ooh, that's interesting. Do you see what's going on here? It's like the fate. It's exactly what I had seen. It's like Saturn's message. Deity Isis's message. It's like you're doing a face-off. Truth is unveiled. The revelation of Isis, the light, the brother in darkness, the light versus the dark. Oh my God, I love it. It's like truths will be unveiled in regards to this passion that is within you about something, about your feelings, and this darker energy, whatever this is. There's some type of cleanup. There's some type of healing going on. But it's like in the works or something like that. I love it. I love it when that happens. Because, like, you know, I guess I'm psychic. What am I doing? Piss myself off. Okay, the last one. I love that this came up from Deity Isis's message to you. Crafting secret practice. The Priestess. Okay, I'm going to tap into this. What does she say? What is her message to pile 1? Squinting eyes. Like, I feel like she's saying, because like I saw her go from like touching your nose, which I always feel like is symbolic of saying one believes they know. And then she does this thing from your nose pointing to the stars. And then from there, she goes into your mind. And there's so much light. It's like the energy I'm picking up on is like getting in touch with oneself, because there's so much light to be discovered. And by doing this, it's like it will manifest into your physical reality. I feel like I'm picking up on the duality of the light and the dark. And there's kind of like this contrast, like maybe there's this, you see your light, but then you go back to your dark. You see your light, but then you go back to your dark. And it's like, this is the time to just stick with the light, because it's like the universe supports this even more so. You know what I mean? Like the universe always supports us, right? So it's like, I hate to say it, but it's like sometimes there's specific energies within the cosmos that really, really you can feel more so than others. And it's like this is the time where, even though it takes work, it's like it would be just maybe a smidge less work than normal. I feel like, who is this? I feel like this is, what's her name? Mother Universe? Gala? What? I don't remember. I feel like she's like going in your mind, like she's trying to connect with you, like be one with you. There's something about, like you trying to hold on to something, but it's like it's too big. It's like it has to be sacrificed. It's like, in order to get what you want, I'm gonna open my eyes. It's like, I don't know. You're holding on to something. There's something you're holding on to. And it wasn't light. It was dark. So it's like, I'm going to say something based off ego. Okay, so let's go to the Priestess. I love that this came up so much. The Trumps. The Priestess. She is Isis, the eternal virgin, and again, she is Artemis. It is for this reason she is clothed in the luminous veil of light, light being viewed not as the manifestation, but as the veil of the spirit. The moon. She is a spiritual Isis and a virgin Artemis. With her veil of light, she is weaving the crystals and fruits of the earth. She carries the huntress bow and the musical citrum. Okay, so I'm picking up on grounding energy. Virgin Artemis with her veil of light. Veil. She is weaving the crystals and fruits of the earth. She's creating. That carries the huntress bow and musical citrum. Okay. Magic and ritual. Effect in the external world can be created through inner practice. Magic and ritual can support your divine path now in the physical world, and you are encouraged to enhance your power with regular practice. The results that you experience will encourage you to continue with the practice as you grow in power, grace, love, ability, and wisdom, and apply your inner beauty to transform your outer world. This oracle is guidance that you do have great power and wisdom within you, but you need to provide channels for it to flow and be active and empowered in your physical life. Sacred practice is such a channel. Without these channels, the ego is left to create on its own, which is not much fun at all. The ego believes in fear and separation, and no matter how much it may want to feel love, bliss, connection, joy, and fulfillment, it really cannot do without your spiritual presence in life. Ritual and magic as a form of sacred practice are recommended for you as a way to bring more spiritual presence into your waking life, to heal and support the ego as you learn to create a life that feels better and brings you and others more fulfillment. Sacred practice with magic and ritual may involve any of the guided exercise in this oracle. Choose what feels good for you and experiment with what might be a regular pattern of practice for you. You are worth the effort. Remember, whatever effort you do put in will be repaid to you in wonderful benefits many, many times over. Once you experience these effects, and it might only take a day or week or two for the effect to show itself, you will be more committed to continue. The effects are culminative. As you continue to practice, the positive effects continue to grow. If you have recently started sacred practice, this oracle is confirmation that it is working well for you, and you should not to give up if you are not seeing the results that you had hoped for. They are coming to you fast. This oracle is also confirmation that if you are considering making an adjustment in your sacred practice, it might be time to do so, provided that you don't dismiss the gains you have already made with your current practice, and you remember that sometimes small changes can have big effect. Ritual and magic practiced with clear intent to be of service to the highest good and to manifest through unconditional love accelerates your power and growth, particularly when it is based on what your heart truly desires. It might be about connecting more with your body, about stilling your mind, or expressing your voice or creativity. I love it. Pile 1. I feel like, these are really good cards. Like, I feel like the message is pretty clear. I feel like, I'm not too sure if this is what's happening now or what's going to take place, but you're definitely like facing yourself and truth will be revealed, or it's like you're kind of feeling what the truth really is. But something like needs to be let go of. And like I said, I was feeling that it was ego. And it's like, this is the time to practice on your manifestations with action, going back to the visions that I had, as a collective, it's like I would go back to that because this reading really matches what it was I was seeing. It's like there's stability here, there's healing here, there's clarity here, there's putting what you want into fruition happening. So it's like you can make this happen. I mean, it's like it's so literally, it's so clear. It's such a big message, but it's all within you, So yeah, that's what I got for you, Pile 1. I hope, you really act on it, and yeah, that's what I got for you. So sending you love and light, happy manifestations, and see you later. Bye. Saturn's message, Jupiter's message, Deity Isis message to pile 2. Is this 3? Oh my god, I think it's 3. Stop it. Yes. Ancient power mysteries. Hear the rattle of Isis playing. Cartouche. Divine names of power. Mother of life. Nourishment of the golden grain mother. Okay. Let's get 3 cards. Ooh. 4 of Swords in reverse. Ooh. Wait, which? 2 of Swords in reverse. What's that? One more card. Ooh. Knight of Discs. Okay. Hi, pile 2. Okay, so I shuffled, and these are the cards that wanted to come out. So we got Ancient Power Mysteries. Hear the rattle of Isis playing. We got 4 of Swords in reverse. We got Cartouche, Divine Names of Power. 2 of Swords in reverse. Mother of Life, Nourishment of the Golden Grain Mother. Knight of Discs, and straightforward, sorry. Okay, so I'm going to channel, see what I got for you, okay? Let's see. I'm seeing the edge of this cliff, and it's a bit foggy, but I'm seeing there's somebody there. I feel like they're with somebody else. Okay, so they are, but they're not. They're kind of just like building something on this cliff. And I feel like what they're building includes a lot of people. And there's something spiritual about it, and igniting passions. Like I'm seeing tiny little flames, but I'm seeing something that looks like, I don't know what you would call, I guess like a guru in the middle. It's like there's something about this you're building on the outskirts, something like that, like something peaceful, something with a lot of people, something that's kind of unclear, you know, because the fog, like maybe unclear where it's going, because I see that you're building, like it almost looks like a line. I do see you climbing. I see whatever this is, like it evokes your feelings. This is kind of weird. I do see you running and hiding from someone. Like somebody is following you. And they kind of have like a darker energy. And some type of like energetic sword. It's weird. And they clean off this sword in this waterfall. And you're hiding. So maybe this is you working through your fears. Like you know, although I do see you running, but maybe this is like the fog somehow, symbolically. Maybe you kind of have back and forth energy. Because it's like I see this going for it attitude, but then running from something. I see there's something about being afraid about speaking your truth. Yeah, I see it. It's like your tonsils are screaming, 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 and I see the shape of a heart in the shadows. All right, I'm going to open my eyes. So it's like maybe you're running from it's like you're running from speaking your truth about your feelings while building. It's interesting. Okay, so let's see. 4 Swords. All right. Truce, rest from sorrow, peace after war, relief from anxiety, recovery, change after struggle, intellectual authority, convention. So it's in reverse. So it's going to be change after struggle, intellectual authority, convention. Intellectual authority. Okay. Let's see another meaning. Truce, chest in the suit of air, Jupiter in Libra. The 4 swords in this card are at the corner of a St. Andrew's cross. Their points are sheathed sorry, in a rows of 49 petals. This represents the establishment of dogma and convention of the realm of intellect. So it's interesting because Jupiter is supposed to be, you know, wisdom, love, right? And then Libra is the balanced energy. So we got the 4 swords in this card are at the corner of St. Andrew's cross. Their points are sheathed in rows of 49 petals. This represents the establishment of dogma and convention in the realm of intellect. Jupiter in Libra. I almost feel like it's like no luck. It's like symbolic of, you know how I said it's like speaking your truth would enable your freedom or something like that. It's almost like the opposite. It's like it's almost like it would give you freedom. Hear the rattle of Isis playing. The rattle of Isis, the sistrum, is playing in the hand of the goddess now. Can you sense it with your inner hearing? Its vibration reaches through your crown chakra and enters your body, initiating you into great ancient power mysteries of sound, creativity, and healing. This is a time when words and music will become increasingly important on your spiritual path and healing journey. The oracle guides you to honor the power of your voice, whether through spoken or sung words, and in what you write, speak about, or stand for symbolically also. You have a potentially very powerful healing voice, and you are guided to recognize the responsibility that you have for what you proclaim through your voice. Is it acknowledgement of freedom, respect, and love for others? Do you use your powerful speech with wisdom and kindness? In order to help you master the ancient mysteries of the sistrum, use your beautiful voice with spiritual responsibility and wisdom. You also need to acknowledge where you have used your power to manipulate others to get your own way or failed to be respectful. Forgive yourself aloud and ask for forgiveness in person or spiritually, if doing so in person or not possibly or appropriate. Often initiates don't realize where they are not conscious until thrown into initiation, which helps us become more aware and grow. It can be confronting to become aware of issues that need healing within us that we had no prior awareness of, and it can be tempting to criticize or judge ourselves. Choose not to do so. Be kind to yourself. We are all learning. Allow Lady Isis to help you find your way through to wise use of the power of sound. What you will learn through the initiation of the sistrum is an understanding that your words are powerful and create resonance. You will become able to create divine sound through music and speech for clearing, creating, and manifestation. As you do so, your power to generate consciously cultivated higher frequencies will grow, and you will feel more masterful in managing your moods and the energy of your environment. You can manage karmic responsibility for what you create through the spiritual intention to be of service and healing. Then we all benefit from your growth. Remember, just as your body may naturally wish to dance when you hear a wonderful piece of music with your physical ears, so too when the inner ear of the soul hears the cosmic tune of the Divine Mother, urging growth, healing, and greater joy. The soul wishes to move and our lives change. If this is happening for you already and you are feeling the onset of perhaps quite deep upheaval and change, know that it is a part of your initiation into the ancient power mysteries and your soul is dancing. Trust in the flow. Work with your words to bring yourself into alignment with your soul, remembering that the soul resonates with love, bliss, abundance, peace, joy, and connection with all that is. Focus on these kinds of energies, and your words will help you align with your soul and genuinely feel the peace beneath the changes you are experiencing in your life. Let's see. Wait, I feel like there's a good line right there. You are guided to use words that reflect the experience you would like to create in your life. It may involve shifting how you speak. For example, rather than focusing on struggle or what is not working, focusing on the signs of life and healing that you experience. Okay, so I like that. You may use this healing, whether through you have a potentially very powerful healing voice, and you are guided to recognize the responsibility that you have for what you proclaim through your voice. Is it acknowledgement of freedom, respect, and love for others? So, okay, so remember I said it's like you're building something, something peaceful with a lot of energies. It's kind of unclear, but at the same time, it's like you're running from something that something to do with your feelings, and it's like somebody puts their sword in it, so it's like it has to do with this card. So it's like you could be expressing things that have to do with matters of the heart, and it's like you're not doing it when it's like you're keeping certain things private, and it's like you're not meant to keep those certain things private. It's like not only are you hurting yourself, but it's like you could be helping others. So it's like whatever it is you're building, It was a very like lightful energy, a lot of energies, tons of light. There was something that was symbolic of like a guru within the middle of that. So it's like something peaceful, something spiritual possibly. It's like uplifting, it's nice. It's something possibly you're taking a risk in because it's kind of cloudy. It's like we don't know where this is going. But then I also see you running from something. So it's like you're not being completely open when this could be helping other people. So that's what's coming through. Yeah. Okay. All right, let's go to this one. Cartouche, divine names of power. I'm seeing some type of big ass animal in the stars. I feel like it's a constellation, but I'm not too sure. I can't really make it out. But it's like lots of light. I am seeing movement. I'm seeing something about like something about working, like trying to, like, I think it goes back to what you're building. There's some type of movement within this that requires work. You know, like work within your manifestations. Because again, I'm seeing the stars, I'm seeing the sky. I feel like I'm seeing the number 8. Oh, sorry. I'm seeing a path. I'm seeing stairs. I feel like it's like there's these random, what do you call them? Roadblocks? I feel like that's what I'm picking up on. But it's like you're still going though, is what I'm picking up on. I'm picking up on decisions, movements, choices. Like I'm seeing doors open. But there's just something that's kind of like not easy about this. I feel like I'm seeing a turtle. So, oh, patience, 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 a grounding energy. Okay, so patience will be needed along this path. Okay. You're gonna have to see, like you're gonna have to take the shades off, something like that. Like you're gonna have to see clearly, you're gonna have to be committed to this. What is that though? To see the fruits of your labor. Ooh. What is that? I feel like I keep seeing a random wolf. I want to open my eyes. So it's like two contradicting energies. That could be an energy that's a conflict within you, like a wolf and a turtle. Two of Swords in reverse. Peace, dual nature, sacrifice and trouble, giving birth to strength, conflict leading to peace, pleasure after pain, truth and untruth, indecision, ambivalence, sorry. So it's indecision and ambivalence. Okay, truth and untruth. Okay, so that's why there's like these roadblocks. Truth and untruth, indecision. Oof. Two of Swords, peace. In the suit of air, moon in Libra. In this card are two crossed swords united by a blue rose with 5 petals, which emits white rays, producing a geometrical pattern which suggests energy beyond the onslaught of the disruption of the intellect. Which suggests energy beyond the onslaught of the disruption of the intellect. It's got two crossed swords suited by a blue rose with white rays, producing a geometrical pattern which suggests energy beyond the onslaught disruption of intellect. So interesting. It's literally the opposite of what it would normally mean. But, peace, moon in Libra. The two swords piercing a rose or lotus shows in the symbol the intellect restrained by love. So, the intellect not restrained by love. Okay. Okay, cartouche. Lady Isis initiates you now into her special mysteries, the use of sacred intonations. The words that you speak are rapidly gaining power. To benefit from this power, rather than be undermined or held back by it, practice thoughtful speech and clear your heart of old unforgiveness, which can poison your words unintentionally. As your heart grows in purity, you will be able to speak with spiritual authority, and what you speak of will come into being more swiftly and obviously. Isis is initiating you as a master healer in her sacred tradition of divine names of power. The Oracle of Cartouche reminds you that invoking the power of speech and word for your strength, protection, and spiritual growth will work effectively for you. Sometimes thinking and saying no is the most powerful word you can say to honor personal choice and create a safe boundary for yourself. Sometimes affirming in thought and speech, I choose to see the divine within this person, place, or situation, is another way to cut through drama and use the power of word in thought and spoken expression to create powerful healing. Choose to use your words with wisdom and pure intention, keeping in mind that with more power comes more karmic responsibility, and therefore always surrendering to the greater good in unconditional love is a good idea. With this approach, your gift will grow strong, and its effect, intentional and unintentional, will be as spiritually clean and helpful as possible. You will become a greater force of love, peace, and power on this planet. The oracle of this cartouche also suggests that you discern the effect upon you of the company you are keeping energetically and physically. Sometimes the thoughts and words of others, their vibration can enhance you or leave you feeling depleted or drained. If you are drawn into negative speaking in order to bond or fit in with others, you are asked if it is worth it for the effect it has on your own vibration. You can use words of power to cleanse any cords or contracts that would lower your vibration into a fearful place in order to come back to love, to help you stay true to yourself, and perhaps even inspire others to think or speak more positively when they are around you, not from a position of judgment of another's choices, but from a position of wisdom, realizing that effects of such choices. If you have drawn this oracle of the cartouche along with the oracle of the ancient power mysteries, oh wait, did we? Oh my God. You are guided to more seriously explore sound, healing and mantra as a part of your own path. And if you are a healer, you are strongly encouraged to explore these healing arts as a way to unfold your own spiritual talents and perhaps incorporate these techniques into your healing practice in a way that feels true for you. Wow. Okay, so there's a huge message here. I feel like it's like you're a healer. Remember I said this, like there was this guru in the middle of all these people, and it's like you were building something within this. So it's like you're not speaking up about something because you feel like it'll hurt you, but it's like Spirit is saying you have to do this. Like you have to, because it's almost like a karmic like responsibility. And this is why it's coming through with Saturn and Jupiter, because it's like that's the wisdom and love. Remember I said it's like you feel like whatever you want to say about love, how you feel about love or something, because it has to do with your matters of your heart. It's like you have to use your wisdom to pull through. Oh my gosh. That's why Four of Swords is coming in reverse. Even Jupiter's sign is on it. And Two of Swords is in reverse. Usually Two of Swords is, you know, being in touch with your intuition. Four of Swords is somebody who meditates in reverse, like knowing who you are. It's like you may be avoiding talking about specific topics, but it's topics that will heal others. But it's like you're afraid it'll hurt you. But it's like you have to talk about these things because it's not about you. Something like that. Yikes. Oh my gosh. If you have been interested in using your voice in some way for writing, singing, healing, speaking, or becoming a spokesperson for a particular cause that resonates with your heart, this oracle of the cartouche brings guidance that Lady Isis honors your desire, encourages you to explore, and shall protect your process. Wow, if you have drawn this oracle of the cartouche along with the oracle of the ancient power mysteries, you are guided to more seriously explore sound, healing, and mantra as a part of your own path. And if you are a healer, you are strongly encouraged to explore these healing arts as a way to unfold your own spiritual talents and perhaps incorporate these techniques into your healing practice in a way that feels true for you. Wow. Sometimes thinking and saying no is the most powerful word you can say to honor personal choice and create a safe boundary for yourself. Sometimes affirming in thought and speech, I choose to see the divine within this person, place, or situation, is another way to cut through drama and use the power of word in thought and spoken expression. Ancient power mysteries. Hear the rattle of Isis playing. Define names of power. The mystery is of what you're not speaking of. But it's like it's what people need to hear about. Okay. Four of Swords. Okay, last one. Mother of life, nourishment of the golden grain mother. Let's go to that. Let's get ready for that. LM. Okay. Wow, the coloring is like, I love it. It's all perfect. Okay. Let's see. What is the message to pile 2? I see an eye opening. I see like calm, peace. I feel like I see a timer within your eyes. So it's like something you see, but there's time. Something to do with your manifestations, because I'm seeing a crescent moon, and yet it's being given to you. I'm seeing somebody's hand like taking your eye, but not in a bad way, like they're gently rubbing it, like soothing it. Literally, the scene hasn't changed. It's just staring at your eye. Like, I'm really feeling it's this. This is weird. I'm seeing Saturn float around right in front of you. Literally, like as if somebody were doing some type of pizza pie, I don't know, thing. Like with their hand, they're doing it with Saturn right in front of you. It's like, in order to manifest, there's like a karmic responsibility. Oh my gosh. What the fuck? Let me see something. Knight of Discs. The fiery part of earth, a farmer, patient, laborious and clever, somewhat dull and preoccupied with material things, influenced, surely petty, jealous. So it's straight up. So the fiery part of earth, a farmer, okay, so grounded, patient, laborious and clever, somewhat dull and preoccupied with material things. Okay, there was that manifesting energy coming through. What was this? Knight of Discs. Wait, yeah. The fiery part of earth, mountains, earthquakes, also gravitation, and the activity of earth as a producer of life. He is clothed as a warrior, and his helmet is crested with a stag. He is armed with a flail, carries as exceptionally solid disc, and is mounted on a shire horse. Fiery part of earth, mountains, earthquakes, also gravitation. The fiery part of earth, the activity of earth as a producer of life. Oh, I see. It's like this is what was in front of you, like Earth's challenges. Oh, mother of life. Oh, there's a clear message going on here. We can sometimes fall into existing and doing rather than truly living. We only know that this has happened when suddenly our life seems dry, depleted, filled with tasks, or it feels like we are stuck in a rut or habit that may have been comfortable but is becoming stifling and suppressing. Isis, the mother of life, holds the ability to restore even the most numb, resistant, and difficult circumstances and people back into life. She calls to you now, seeking to bestow gifts of life upon you. Be bold and brave, open your arms and receive. Life is calling you to partake more so of her gifts of experience. This oracle brings encouragement and guidance for you to learn skills and practices that nourish you and your community. You have the Divine Mother within you. How shall you offer nourishment through her? It might be through cooking, through learning to be more present in your body, and taking time to express your feelings or reality, or it might be through taking a dance or yoga class, spending time in nature or with animals, for example. Have you been thinking of joining a class or group, learning a new hobby or skill? The oracle of the Mother of Life is confirming that you are on the right track, so keep open to opportunities and further instincts about pursuing these matters, and know that if you are a bit worried that it is a stretch for you, then it is even more likely you are on the right track. Stay connected to your heart and give yourself permission to grow. This oracle also brings guidance that new people, places, and things will enrich your life in the near future. And if you have been praying for freshness, inspiration, and more fun, know that your intuitions and urges to reach out and act in new ways are part of how your prayers are being answered now. The Mother of Life oracle also asks for patience in the same way that there is a growth cycle required before a child can become an adult and tap into the energy of the mother within to nourish him or herself. So too do certain life phases require patience as they mature. As you journey into the new life seeking you will need to be patient as you learn and grow. You will eventually become very comfortable with that which at first is distinctly uncomfortable. It just takes time, patience, not running away, and being present with yourself, just like the Mother of Life who never leaves you. She is always waiting for you, for your return to her embrace as you open to the new unfoldment of experience in your life. Wow, that's crazy. So I don't even think I said it, but when I saw Saturn like orbiting like around you in front of your head, you turned into a baby. I wish I had said that. So it's like I saw you just standing there. You weren't doing though, but you were manifesting, and then somebody was like caressing your eye, like what you were envisioning. I almost feel like this is like the Mother of Life, like letting you know it's all going to be coming true, but it's like Saturn is the Lord of time, you know? So it's like once you grow, once you evolve, this will, remember we saw the things turning into fruition, the things that you're working towards. So I feel like there's a clear message here that it's like you will be getting the things that you're manifesting. You know, I always say this, it's like the law of attraction. It's like the law of attraction is very true. It puts you in this high frequency, this good feeling vibe. It really does bring good things your way. However, there really is a timeline here. There is a timeline where it's like these things happen, but in due time. And, you know, Saturn is the Lord of time. So it's like you see something, you're envisioning something, and, you know, Knight of Discs, you're working on something. It's slow progress because it's related to Saturn. There's healing going on. I see that. There needs to be a little bit more of an openness with matters of the heart, because there's something about healing the collective where you could do that better. You're going to have to hold that energy where you see fit, change it around how you see fit if you feel like this is your energy. But it's like the message is clear. It's like keep your eyes on the prize. Time will pay off. Healing. This is sage burning. It's like clean house. Keep going, but clean. Be open. Be true. Yeah, that's what I got for you. That's what their message is to you. So hopefully this resonates. Hopefully this helps. And I'm sending you love and light.